day. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports.
Home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The tackle there by Lamarcus Joyner. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And got his man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Now it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football, comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Herbert on first down now. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard
2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to loft one, deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd and 7, Carr.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Raider first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end.
And the Raiders are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is a man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got a man. It's complete. Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that will end up a 7-play drive all total. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Jalen Richard now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you gotta like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. On second down, Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Sure, as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. They call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Gonna throw right side here, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the gun, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's David Arnett picking it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Carr now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. You ain't gonna burn me.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from the veteran QB, Derek Carr. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Time on, set to kick.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10. At their own.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. Richard, and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On first down, Richard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read,
he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Raiders.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carr gives to Richard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Malik Collins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now a dump off here complete.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Carr.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 33 yards, the final tally.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 59 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run on first down. Kelly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. LA readies for its next possession, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, You gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Open man, it's Allen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 big plays in succession, and the Chargers on the move.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And Allen's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Herbert throwing again. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Herbert back to the air. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. And that will be incomplete.
Now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They snap it to Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Still 3rd down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Running is Jacobs. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
At their own 24-yard
LA set to take over again on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Back Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Second and 10, here's Herbert once more. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Chargers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Ty Long now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Raider ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Aguilar has it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.